Joining us to discuss his thoughts, VanEck, the CEO of VanEck Associates. It's good to see you. Are investors right now shrugging off what should be real concern about the Middle East?
I think the tail risk is really high. I think investors have it nailed, actually. Iran has lost control over its airspace through what Israel has done over the last couple of weeks. So instead of the short-term impacts, I think we should look at this as a power vacuum. And what are other people potentially doing in the region, like Turkey, like Russia? Because with Iran so weak, we just don't want the kind of mix to change too much in the Mideast.
Are you surprised by what you're seeing with the markets today? This, it's not a radical move higher, not a radical rally, but optimistic potentially. And in oil, this dramatic decline.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by oil, right? But what I'm really surprised by is gold and the dollar. I mean, usually in this kind of environment, and with the Trump officials on TV, like you'd think the dollar would be rallying, right? And you're not seeing that.
Gold is up
actually up.
It's up a third of percent right now.
Yeah, but it's up.
You're not surprised by oil down 6%?
No.
Why not?
Because the base case, you've got this Iran has lost control of its airspace, right? So that is just unbelievable power vacuum in the region. Them attacking Qatar is their closest ally in the region.
They attacked the U.S. airbase in Qatar. And the idea that they gave us heads up, we're going to do it. Hey, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. And get the missiles in place so they can run the news video. Look, we attacked the great Satan, whatever it might be. Your 2025 outlook was at the doorstep of a reckoning, which you wrote back in December.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big term. What's the reckoning?
It hasn't happened yet, but I do think that the weaker dollar is a sign of this, and which is effectively the U.S. is spending too much money. Its debt levels are growing too much. And the question is, would the 10-year react? Now, it has not reacted so far. Timing.
It did for like 2 weeks.
It did for 2 weeks.
No, but literally for 2 weeks, the 10-year popped down to 3.5, 3.6. Mortgage rates fell. A lot of mortgage brokers were very happy. And then it shot back up. It was like the weirdest 2-week period.
But in the longer term, the dollar is weaker, right? Investors are benefiting from that weaker dollar if they own international holdings. So the direction of the trend, I think, continues. And gold is strengthening on a day like that. That's all the same kind of narrative, which is people are a little bit on the margin less eager to hold U.S. assets.
Can we talk a little bit about crypto as a safe haven? You're seeing Bitcoin up 4% today. It's at $103,171 or so. Even bigger moves in Ether and Solana. Solana's up 7.5%. Dogecoin is up 6.33%. What do you make into the crypto space?
I mean, it's kind of tracking the NASDAQ right now because they sold off over the weekend, right? Because people could liquidate assets. And now you're seeing a recovery today. But relative to Friday's movement, Bitcoin's actually down a little bit and the other cryptos are off as well. That's sort of you can't explain it on a day-to-day basis.
So you're known for your creation of ETFs, right? And you just got a Lifetime Achievement Award last year. Congratulations.
Thanks, Brian.
And by the way, you make fantastic ties. Every year they come out with a thematic tie, a necktie.
And you have a collection?
Well, no. Sometimes it'll be like Jerome Powell, or it'll be a pig with a euro on it, or the Greek debt crisis, whatever it is.
Last year's was AI. This year it's nuclear.
I was going to say, so what would be, can you give us a preview into the vet? Because that's kind of where your head is at, is also the tie.
Nuclear. Nuclear's doing great. I mean, look, we have a bipartisan consensus last year that is an important power source for the U.S. We know the
amazing how it changed.
It is.
I mean, New York, can we just talk about this? New York State, where you live, you have multiple homes all over the state. New York State closed Indian Point nuclear plant 4 years ago. And now New York State today announced that it wants to build a new nuclear plant after closing a nuclear. I think I just broke some news to you.
Yeah,
you did, yes.
Think about that. We're going to shut this down.
Trump is pushing nuclear super hard, right? So he held that wind farm off New York State hostage, the federal funding of that. And you knew he was getting something in return, and that's the drip of news. They also want to open up the natural gas pipelines into the Northeast. And I appreciate that. I live in New York State. I don't like paying high electricity rates either. So that's positive for New York consumers.